to be the Jug picked up for Wings finally, and it's going to be the Blink Juggernaut in that mid lane. So OG versus Wings game one. It's certainly not letting us down in terms of the draft. We have got a very exciting couple of lineups that are going to be
chill and like multiple heroes and like Warlock. I don't know if it doesn't go upheaval. I think he should this game. I think it's very good against these Drow and Medusa because they're already slow. So if you actually get this upheaval on them, they can't move simply constantly, right? And eventually initiate.
And in terms of kind of overall game plan, obviously the way that the draft started, you know, OG with this drown and being responded to by a slide. At the moment, nothing too out of the ordinary. It is indeed, as you talked about, that kind of dual combination up top with the Darks here and the Ricky. Bottom lane, Moon receiving a fair bit of harassment. And top lane, they actually might be able to get themselves first blood, and indeed they will. Oh, OG, they're going to find themselves one, and Darkseer now left on his own. They'll just take themselves a second. So, I mean, as soon as we talk about this off-lane combination, Misery, it shouldn't be off to a start like that, should it?
But that was what I said, right?
At least you
can
spin, but your mana pool isn't really...
You have your healing ward too, to just sustain a bit, but...
Just sit at 0 mana, right?
Right.
Healing ward spin, don't let him...
Oh, look at that as well. I think, Moon realized that Ricky was around sapping the XP, so it brings crit, and they tried to go for some kind of reaction. It was nice awareness, but nonetheless, Ricky's already out of there. Innocence is safe.
Close.
But Ricky is like still being so annoying, right? They've had to use so much sentries, and he just stole XP from Axe and XP from Axe. Like he's forcing Tusk to run around.
Mid lane,
right.
Moving in, they're able to get crit in with the snowball and the shards. No escape for the Jug. OG picking themselves up a third kill, and this lane really is going to go from strength to strength here for OG. Miracle 31 for 10, still keeping a very sizable lead on
They're still very strong with spin and healing ward.
Crit dancing around Vice Size. It's obviously not expecting the Ricky to be here if Wings do decide to make a go. They're thinking about it, trying to bring Shadow across as well, and already the TP reactions are there. Shadow looking to move, and he's not going to commit for that one. Moon's coming on the Axe, and Wings already starting to back off. Moon won't be able to catch anyone, but he does save the life of Crit there with his presence. Top lane, might see some action as well, but well, bottom, Moon actually gets the call off. The snake coming through as well. Shadow is being healed up though by the Shadow, and it's not going to be enough. That right-click damage, thanks to the Drow Aura, is going to allow Miracle to find the kill. He's got a DD as well. So Wings backing off. So fourth kill now for OG, and all things said and done, I mean, you just got to look at the net worth. It feels so far that OG's game plan is working perfectly, and Wings a little bit all over the place.
Just need to get their level 6s on the Warlock, and then that's their main timing.
And they're going to find someone else here by the looks of it with the nuke it again. The right click from this Drow Ranger. A fifth kill for OG, and every single lane just seems to be going their way. Well, on the Ancients. But still, as we can see, 4.3k, 4.2k on their two cores compares to the 3.8 and the 2.8 with the respective on the side of Wings. And now grouping up OG to take a tier 1 from the mid lane. They've already been able to take the one from top. And at this point of the game, when these kind of pushes come through at 9.5 minutes, I guess Wings they don't really have the tools to deal with this kind of pressure.
Yeah, they don't.
They need Warlock ult at the very least.
Yeah.
I mean, but even if they have Warlock ult here, you know, it's still like they need to smoke in there. They need to actually smoke behind and attack them, because otherwise OG will just sit there with their 600 range heroes and like attack the tower.
No.
Oh, please.
Radiant scan Wings, does
Yeah,
the OG movement. Oh god, that's terrible. Is that
No, I don't know if you can hear this on stream, but we keep getting some interference coming through. Alright, here we go. Moon, he's moving in aggressively here. He's going to spot the Darkseer. Wings have already got TPs coming through. Let's see how they play around this one. Moon gets the call onto 2, trying to bring them back with a smoke screen. Now there's the Golem drop. They're looking for No-Tail. Moon's already falling low as Shadow and Innocence focus him. They'll take down the Axe. No-Tail getting himself out of there. He's got the backup off the rest of OG. OG. Maybe going too aggressive for their own good here. Wings see if they can catch anyone else out. Isn't going to be the case. But obviously with the Golem, Wings are going to want to try and make the most of it. Turn this into a tier 1 push as well. And in fact, Crit. Oh, he's found Blink. He's managed to find him with the dust, and Jug taken out. Thought he could be a little bit sneaky with the Invis Room. Was it going to be the case? And OG find a kill in return. And that's going to be the end of the push here from Wings as the TP outs are already happening. In fact, the Golem might end up going down as well to OG as they'll look to chase it down here.
It's just sliding. Look at it, it doesn't even walk. This Golem actually just slides.
Easy plus 100. So when things start to look a little bit okay for Wings, they end up finding a 1-1 trade OG, and it is the better trade. And now Wings A man down, they've got to be careful. Jug does have the Omni Slash available when they're back, but that's the Golem used, and not really too much effect there to the side of Wings.
Drums, and they're going like Dragonlance on Drow, obvious, and then, but they're just pretty much just tanking up and going these early game items, and then you just know that they're gonna fight this 5-man. Like, of course, he's going Blink Deck on X, but I mean, I wouldn't even be against just going Vanguard first and just
run
you
it.
know, be there.
Yeah.
Just play to the strength of the lineup.
Point,
Yeah.
so I don't think they have the damage to burst anyone down very quickly, which is a little bit troublesome with Warlock.
Ideally, resetting a fight is pretty good though with the Slark. So they probably want those fights to last a bit, but they don't. They want to be able to get the Oracle out.
Oh, with these dusts, I mean, he's finding innocence as easy as pie, and he's been caught out. They'll take the Ricky. A little bit unfortunate for them that they weren't able to get the Juggers. It did look like Blink was in a bit of a spot of bother. OG, they find a kill nonetheless, still maintaining their control in this game, putting the pressure on the tier 2 bottom. Shadow, with the Echo, is starting to push onto a tier 2 himself, and he's managed to get up to 1800 gold on top of the Echo, so it certainly does seem to have had an effect on his farm speed. And as we can see, he's only 300, 700 behind the 2 cores of OG, so the Slug...
Not that you would.
I mean, I've seen it on Jug a few times. I just don't. Maybe it's just not. It's just not the hero to do it on. Not sure. Anyways, there's a high ground push. I got happening.
See how Wings can hold this. Interesting as well the fact that OG do just let the Slug continue to have all this space. So OG really wanting to go all in on this, and we'll see how successful it is. They'll manage to force out the fortification. Shadowblade now is the pickup from Slug. He's headed back to the fountain, so we'll see if he's able to catch anyone out on OG with that. No tell. Taking down the tier 3. Now trying to keep Wings at bay. Shadow's moving in with the Shadow Blade. Let's see if he can catch them off guard. Turns towards No Tell. Miracle immediately popping the Stone Gaze, forcing Wings to back up. So the initial Shadow Blade usage is not going to gather too much in favour of the side of Wings. They are holding back OG. Ice Ice does of course have the Golem available if OG want to stick around and go for more. No Tail still with the Aegis. Moon with that Blink ready to catch anyone that he spots. It certainly seems at the moment the Wings are having a trouble trying to slow this down. No Tail still having free range up into the practice. Shadow comes in again with the Shadow Blade onto Miracle. Knows that there's no Stone Gaze. Whilst the Shadow Dance continues to move in, now turns back towards No Tail. No Tail getting himself out of there. And again, Wings just don't seem to have the damage to do this. They're still yet to commit the Vacuum, the Wall, the Golem. They're still all available. No Tail having the heal stacked onto him. White Fly jumping in again, immediately pushing Shadow back. Innocence, here we go. Ice Ice drops the Golem down. OG now starting to scatter, falling back. But as we can see, just no damage is being done to OG at all. And they'll just turn around, take down the Golem. Nice 165 a second cooldown. And OG, they just don't seem to be phased at all by Wings, and Wings just seemed unable to dent the armor at this side.
Yeah, just looking pretty rough. At least the Aegis is out, but they kind of don't have much to go on here. There's still Oracle Ultimate, and X hasn't really used the core yet, so it's...
Oh, and there we have it. There's your call into the Duncan. That Slug down. He went all in on the purchase with the Shadow Blade. Out for 40 seconds. Wings. 18 minutes and they're going to call it. It's all over. GG, well played. OG may have been beaten down early in the tournament by Wings, but this game 1 at the Grand Finals, it just never came together for Wings. I mean, was it the draft? Was it the play? Where did it all go wrong?